Viewer discretion is advised. Judge Kemp was wrong for allowing Botham's brother to embrace Amber Geiger because that could have went in a whole different direction.
Really are sorry. I know I can speak for myself. I forgive you. And I know if you go to God and ask Him, He will forgive you. And I don't think anyone could say it. Again, I'm speaking for myself, not even bad for my family. But I love you just like anyone else. And I'm not gonna say I hope you rot and die just like my brother did, but I personally want the best for you. And I wasn't gonna ever say this in front of my family or anyone, but I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you. Because I know that's exactly what both of them would want you to do. And the best would be give your life to Christ. Again, I love you as a person. And I don't wish anything bad on you. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please? Yes.
That could have happened. How did she know that young man's state of mind, that he just didn't want to get close enough to her to put his hands around her neck and strangle her to death? If they allow this to continue to happen in the courtroom, I'm quite sure somewhere in the future it is going to happen. I noticed that Brant Jean seemed very nervous on the stand. He kept loosening up his shirt collar as if the shirt was too small or his tie was on too tight. He just seemed too nervous. And another thing I noticed is the hug. When they hugged, it seemed as if they rocked back and forth for like about 10 times. And then they embraced 3 more times. Now, is that some type of ritual? I don't know. But it just seems kind of strange to me, especially when he says that I don't want you to rot and die like my brother. What does he mean by that particular statement? And then he said that he wishes that she doesn't have to go to jail. While they were hugging, I noticed that they were whispering to each other. And as I said, when they let go, they hugged 3 more times. I really believe that both of them was assassinated, and Amber actually thought that she was going to get off, but sometimes shit happens. When Botham John was, excuse me, Botham Jean was first assassinated, they kept bringing up marijuana to tarnish his image. And when Joshua Brown was killed, do you think anything different was supposed to happen? Where would this guy come up with 12 pounds of weed and he's being watched? Where would he get the 12 pounds of weed from? How would he get it to his apartment? Why would he do it in broad open daylight? And knowing that he's being watched and just was in this high profile case, why would he do it? The guy had 3 businesses. He had a business and he had them in different parts of the United States. So if marijuana was his business, why wasn't he already busted? Why would you allow the prosecution to use him as a witness if that was the case? I noticed that in your life, when you are close to a breakthrough, it seems as if everything bad starts to happen. And black people, we are getting closer and closer to breaking these chains of slavery, physically and mentally. And the establishment is going to do everything it can to terrorize us into not doing it. They're going to do as they've been doing, give you no justice in the justice system. So you just have to lay and take it. But we're not taking it anymore. We're not going to allow people to bullshit us anymore. We see the bullshit coming because we can smell it, and the wind is coming from your direction. The only way there is going to be any type of change, especially when it comes to justice for African American people, since that's what you want to call us, is there has to be a total change. The laws have to be changed. All of the constitutions has to be done away with and changed with everyone at the table, and just instead of just one particular nation of people making the rules at the table, because they're going to make the rules fall in favor for them, and everyone else has to get in where they fit in. Now, what is going to happen when she appeals the case? What witness will the prosecution use? Because everyone else I heard in that courtroom was bought and paid for or threatened into saying what the police department wanted them to say. My condolences goes out to the Brown family, because your son was a straight up G. Because I know the pressure that was upon him to even testify, and he did it anyway. Your son was a G. I just wish that he would have had the proper protection with him, which is one reason I know he didn't sell no weed, because he was by himself. He would have had him some boys with him if he was selling weed like that. So the Dallas Police Department is always going to lie, and they're always going to throw drugs into it to make themselves look good and make the person look bad. They've always did that. So what's different is supposed to happen. The people may have to get together to make changes happen in Dallas. well, all around the world for that matter. And the place where Botham Jean came from, the people in there, in that country, St. Lucia, they don't want this medicine that the United States wants to give them because they know what happened to black people in Tuskegee and in North Carolina, all these different experiments that they use on black people, and how these medicines are going to make you dependent on medicine. And they don't want that. Each country has its share of coons, but the people are starting to wake up, and they're going to do away with these coons. When the judge allowed Botham's brother to embrace Amber Geiger, she didn't make a mistake because they knew this boy wasn't going to do nothing. They knew this was all a setup. And people are trying to act like, oh, that was such a commendable, nice thing. It was not the nice thing. It was not the Christian thing. People don't read this Bible. And what he did was not Christian at all. You know, since you want to use that word Christian, he did not do the Christian thing. What he did was the coon thing. This boy suffers from Stockholm syndrome. Or he was threatening to making that statement. Either way it go, he don't have no balls. And evidently the dad don't got too many balls either. Why is it always the black woman, the one that can half-ass make some bold statements? And the black man is always the one cooning, bowing down, tucking his fucking tail in. Man, the black men, we got to do better. All you coons out there, you better stop going after them butter biscuits. Because in the end, it ain't gonna do nothing but hurt your belly.